Well met friends, my name's Andrew, or if you prefer that in Elvish, it would be Mioga Gavin, Middleearth Nanonin, aka the Xeno Hunter. So, it's just a quick update just to show you what I've been doing if you've not followed me on the live stream. So, we've not really done any more of the hard landscaping. What I've tried to focus on this week is just putting some detail into the area that I've done. This area is known as the Ice Bay of Rochelle. Basically it's the most northerly point in the book, and just to give you an idea, it would be directly north of the Shire and Fornost. Fornost being the old capital of the Northern Kingdom of Arnor. Obviously that's the kingdom of the Dunedain. So anyway, this week we've just concentrated on the foliage. I've thickened the ice out around the bay and put some cracks in it. I've also completed most of the iceberg field, and I've also put a glacier in. Now this glacier wouldn't actually be this southerly. It would actually be a few miles up north, but I've decided to do this purely because this is the top of the map, and if I hadn't blocked it off, then we'd just be seeing green fields where the map edge ends. So I thought it's best to do that. What I've tried to do here is to make it look like the icebergs are actually falling off the glacier. And it does actually look quite good for Minecraft. I've got some light. Sorry about that, I should have done that before I started, but there you go. So we'll just have a quick look under here. Yeah, so as you can see, you've got the shadow and the sunlight mixing together, which is quite a, you don't normally get effects like this in Minecraft. This is obviously nothing special, it's just a result of the holes in the glacier. So obviously that's where we're up to in regards to the landscaping, and there you can see the green of the map, the edge of the map limit. So basically this glacier will continue for a good mile or so until you basically can't see the edge of the map from the land. I'm not actually bothered what it looks like when you're at sea, because at the end of the day this map is going to be more land than it is sea, and obviously everything that goes on the land, doesn't it? The sea's rarely mentioned. Okay, so as you can see, we've got loads of new little bushes that are put in. What I've also done, as I say, is extended the ice. I decided to highlight the ice as well with the snow there, as you can see. I've got the snow block, the snow, then the sand, then the snow again. What I've also done is put snow around all the bottom. So instead of that being soil blocks, it's actually snow blocks. Because obviously the snow would just drift down to the bottom, wouldn't it? Okay, this here will be the beginnings of the mountain chain that's called Arid Loon. I remember correctly. This mountain chain continues in a southwest direction right the way to the Grey Havens, which are mentioned or shown at the end of the Return of the King. I'd just like to say thank you to Baby Cakes for the Elvish lesson, and thanks to everyone else for the subscriptions and the follows, and obviously the support on my live stream. This project's probably going to take about 1.5 years, so you know, any opinions, any support is extremely appreciated. Okay, so just really this week, as I say, just focused on the small details on this part of the map. Next week I will carry on with the hard landscaping, so on my next YouTube there will actually be some more of the map to show you. But I want to make sure you see that I kind of get it to look as, you know, as good as I can before I move on to the next bit, because you know, there's no point me just rushing to do the map and then it not looking as good as it can. I mean, it's never going to look like Skyrim, is it? Let's be honest, because it's Minecraft. But at the end of the day, the difference is that this isn't going to be Skyrim, it's going to be Middle-earth, and Middle-earth is kind of the progenitor for all of those games, isn't it? What else have we done? Obviously, as I say, we've got the iceberg field now. That wasn't in last week's. I've made a few adjustments to the end. This is supposed to be an end that was washed up in basically in the Battle of Isengard. This is one of the ends that fell. Ended up falling into one of the pits that Saruman had built by the orcs, and obviously that those pits then got filled up by the River Isen when the dam broke, and this end got washed into the sea and drifted in the sea, and it's ended up here. This is actually going to form part of it. If we can drop down, that's it. So this is going to be a dungeon. At the moment I'm not really focusing on the dungeons, I'm going to leave those till later on. I just want to get the landmass done. This kind of though just gives you a bit of an indication of how much land we've got to do and how much land I've got to play with. This isn't even a quarter of the map. To show you a quarter of the map would probably take about 5 minutes just to show you a quarter of the map. I have outlined roughly a copy of Middle-earth, which I took from the book. As I say, it's about 5 pages from the back, and I've just roughly traced that, and all of this has got to be built up, obviously. I think I've got as far as the Grey Havens in the tracing, because what I try to do is I try to do a bit of one thing and then move on to something else, because obviously it does get tedious. If you'd like to have a chat with me about what I'm doing, you'll find me on Twitch most nights, live streaming. We normally get a few people on who are Lord of the Rings fans, so it's quite fun. Okay, so I think that's about all I've got to show you for the minute. Hopefully next time I'll have a bit more landscape done, and the continent will slowly but surely start to take shape. As I say, thank you very much for the follows and the subscriptions. It's all appreciated. At the end of the day, this project is probably going to take about a year and a half, so any support to keep, will just help to keep me going at it. So thank you. And on that note, I think we'll end it. Until the next time. Bye now.